Is the Bible true? That's a question that's been asked for many ages, and certainly over the past 100 years or so. The scholarly question has been using a variety of different deconstruction means to sort it out without the miracles, or pull out the stuff that we like that's more palatable to our culture. But in more recent days, the scholarly consensus is that we need to take the Bible for what it says it is, and its truthfulness. There are several things that could be said regarding the truthfulness of scriptures. The Bible was written over the course of 1,500 years by 40 different authors in 66 different books on 3 different continents and 3 different languages, yet all of the themes continue to line up with one another. I can go through all sorts of different pieces of evidence, but the number one reason why a Christian would trust the Bible is fundamentally Jesus trusted the Bible. Time after time, Jesus continued to refer to the scriptures, what we now know as the Old Testament. It was fundamental to all of his teaching throughout his time here on earth. He commissioned his disciples as apostles to record the New Testament, which was written within 1 or 2 generations of Jesus' time on earth. Archaeologists continue to bring forth evidence that continues to affirm the truthfulness of the Old and the New Testament. But we not only trust it because of the evidence, we trust it because Jesus trusted it. When he speaks of the scriptures, he said, "I did not come to abolish the law or the scriptures, but I came to fulfill it." He fulfilled it with his life and with his death, and most importantly, his resurrection. Jesus was the only person ever to walk the earth to claim to be God, to declare there's going to be a death, a harsh suffering, a death by cross, and then a resurrection, and then to fulfill the very words of which he said. In Jesus' resurrection, he fulfilled everything he said would happen. But it's not just that, it's the diversity of humanity from every generation, scattering throughout every single culture on earth, according to every single economic status, that continue to attest to a personal experience of the risen Christ and their trust in the Bible. These things come together to make a compelling case that the Bible ought to at least be considered to be trusted because of those who have also trusted it. Now, some say, isn't that circular reasoning? You believe in the Bible because Jesus said you believe in the Bible, but the Bible is your source by which you learn about Jesus? Yes, it is circular reasoning, but all reasoning in this world is circular at some point, because it is a leap of faith to believe in the Bible. It is also a leap of faith to not believe in the Bible. What we have are beginning points of faith, and then what we do is we understand the world in which that circular reasoning creates. The Bible explains the world in this sort of way. And for countless people in every generation to almost every single culture, between that and the experience of the risen Jesus Christ in their hearts, they've come to trust the Bible. A few months ago, I taught my son how to drive. And he not only learned how to drive, but he went and he got his driver's license. I was there and I saw it. It's true, he has his license. Now, it's true that he has his license, but do I trust him to drive? For me, trusting him to drive has been a process. And that's how it is for a lot of people when it comes to the scriptures. We can believe that is true, but do we trust it? In order to trust it, you're going to need to know it. So for you, I would ask you, do you know what the Bible says? As you know what the Bible says, you can learn to trust it or not. Don't just take what your parents, your professor, or what your peers say about the Bible. Learn about it for yourself. If you've never read it, start right at the beginning in the book of Genesis. Or you can start with the life of Jesus in the New Testament with the book of Matthew. Don't just take somebody else's word for it. Try it out for yourself. If you're asking questions like this, you may be also wondering about free will. If I have free will, can I violate God's will by doing something different than what he teaches? If you're curious about that, go ahead and check out this video right here.